New Assassin's Creed details have leaked, plus The Last of Us Part 1 and Nintendo Switch Sports are getting new features. So in yesterday's GameSpot news, I mentioned how the future of Assassin's Creed would be revealed during an event in September. Well, it seems the franchise couldn't wait because details have surfaced about two games codenamed Project Red and Project Rift. Kotaku reported on Project Red's existence, while Bloomberg's Jason Schreier said Project Red is a part of AC Infinity as opposed to a separate game. Sources speaking to Kotaku said this game, whatever it may be, could be set in Asia. Reporter Jeff Grubb of sister site Giant Bomb previously said it may be set in Japan. Kotaku's own sources could not confirm this, but the site's insiders said Japan as a setting for Assassin's Creed has long been discussed internally. And that's no surprise, as Ubisoft has spoken openly over the years about how Japan has been considered as a setting for a future Assassin's Creed game. But Project Red and Infinity aren't the only new Assassin's Creed games in the works at Ubisoft right now. During an earnings report call, the company mentioned a delay for another smaller premium unannounced title. Reports now indicate the game in question is Project Rift, a standalone AC game that was originally meant to be DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. According to Bloomberg News, Ubisoft Bordeaux's office, which is leading development on the project, requested the game be pushed from its targeted February launch due to the game running far behind schedule. The game is now slated for release in May or June, according to the report, which will move it from Ubisoft's 2023 fiscal calendar. Now moving on to another game with stealth elements, The Last of Us Part 1. Naughty Dog has revealed more details on how the game has been remade for PS5 and PC in a new deep dive video. While the core gameplay is essentially the same, players can expect graphical upgrades, new features, and enhancements that make the game more accessible. Some of the new features outlined in the PlayStation blog post include a new permadeath mode, a speedrun mode, an updated photo mode, unlockable costumes for Joel and Ellie, and a model viewer mode. On the technical side, The Last of Us Part 1 can render in native 4K at a targeted 30 FPS or a dynamic 4K at a targeted 60 FPS display mode. The added power of the PS5 means that environments have denser physics with tons of bumpables and chippables that translate into gunfire ripping concrete and other objects apart more accurately. With more than 60 accessibility options, players can also expect an audio description mode that makes the title more easily playable. The Last of Us Part 1 will launch for PS5 on September 2nd, but a PC release date has yet to be announced. Now let's talk about a game that will never come to PS5 or PC, Nintendo Switch Sports. Nintendo has announced that it will be adding full motion control support for soccer in Switch Sports on July 26th. This free update is scheduled to go live at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and will include a number of new features, including the ability for players to use the motion of their legs to kick the soccer ball in-game when using the leg strap accessory. Players will also be able to use their hands while jogging in place to in-game dash. Nintendo explained that playing this way will translate users' in-game kicks to be more powerful. And the update doesn't just address leg strap players. It will also allow new moves in volleyball, such as slide attack and rocket serve. Aside from the motion control support feature, the game is also adding new S rank and Infinity rank in online Pro League mode. Meanwhile, I'm over here just patiently waiting for the promised golf mode to arrive and praying, hoping that it's followed up by a surprise announcement of baseball making its return. But until then, I guess this update is cool too. Let me know what sports you want to make its way into Nintendo Switch Sports. Have a great weekend, and Tom will see you next week.